Well, it has been nearly 3 days now. Rescue operations are still underway in Bagalkote, but it looks like hopes of Timmanna's survival are slowly fading away. The camera captures the little boy completely covered in mud, even as the digging is continuing unabated in Bagalkote. It is said that they're just about 60 feet away from the little one, but they will have to dig a little deeper than where Timmanna is stuck, so that they can drill a horizontal pipe and then reach out to the little boy after putting in a shaft or a plank to ensure that he does not fall down any further. Meanwhile, oxygen is constantly being provided to little Timmanna as he needs to be kept alive, and he needs to fight it out on his behalf as well. With no water, no food, no hydration of any sorts, oxygen is the only way out. But considering the number of debris that has fallen on him, considering the amount of debris that's fallen on him, it seems very unlikely that oxygen is reaching the little boy. But the rescue officials are not losing hope at this point in time. They have dug up almost 100 feet, but now they could face some sort of a difficulty, as they might encounter the hard surface, the stony surface, and there might be drilling required, which could worsen the situation, which could delay the situation to a great extent. Well, this is in fact the third day of rescue operations, but the incident took place on Sunday afternoon, and hence it has been 2 days since he has been stuck. Timmanna has been stuck inside this borewell. Initially, Timmanna was stuck at a depth of about 10 feet. Then Timmanna slipped to a depth of almost 60 feet. He then slipped to 130 feet and has been stuck at 160 feet for 2 days now. Timmanna, the little boy who was accompanied by his brother, was at the sugarcane fields to ironically show him this borewell, as he was extremely excited about the borewell being on his own field. But this very borewell proved to be a death trap for him, as he ran and fell right inside. On the first day, which was on Sunday, Timmanna was extremely responsive. He was active. He was responding to the rescue officials. He was trying to hold on to anything that was being thrown at him. But now Timmanna is either in a semi-conscious state or is absolutely unconscious because of the suffocation, the fear, the trauma, everything added up. Timmanna is in truly a bad state, but he has to fight it out, and little children from across Karnataka are praying for Timmanna. Special assembly sessions were held in various schools, especially in Bagalkote today, to pray for the little boy's quick rescue. But time is of the essence, as we have been saying this, and it has been over 40 hours since the incident took place. Well, initially Manjay Gowda's robot was being used to pull out Timmanna, but it caused more damage than good, as it dumped a whole lot of debris on the little child. After almost 3 to 4 attempts, now the plan to use Manjay Gowda's robot has been abandoned, and Manikandan has been informed. Manikandan is the man from Madurai who devised a robot which has unique arm-like devices that can grip the child and pull him up. Manikandan had even worked for the rescue of little Akshita in Bijapur just last month, but it had not worked out because of the fact that Akshita had fallen head first. But will Manikandan's robot be able to do some magic, create some miracle for Timmanna, be able to rescue him from a depth of 160 feet, which is a massive distance? but Manikandan's robot was certainly a better option in comparison to Manjegowda's. My colleague Harish joins us live from Bagalkote. Yes, Harish, please take us through the latest details.
Well, Nishita, as we speak, several of these politicians have reached the site to take a stock of the situation. This includes Govind Karjol, the district in charge minister S.R. Patil, and other leaders cutting across party lines from the area have arrived here. We are also seeing the Women and Child Welfare Minister Umashri too has reached the spot. And remember, yesterday there was a member of the Child Protection Committee which had come, and today we have the Women and Child Welfare Minister herself coming over here and trying to take stock of the situation and monitor the entire rescue and relief operation over here. Remember, yesterday this robot by Manjegowda from Mandya was brought in here, but that doesn't seem to have worked. And now we are learning that Manikandan from Tamil Nadu, who is on his way, is left Bengaluru, and he's somewhere near Shira, and he might reach around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That's what we are told. And the rescue operation in terms of using the robot has been stopped, and we're also told that a huge vacuum pump might be used to take out the soil that is deposited on this boy who's over there, and that will take some time as well. Before that happens, now you see politicians taking stock of the entire rescue effort over here. In the meanwhile, the excavation work has continued in the background with around 5 JCBs working at a time to try and make sure they can reach a depth of 160 feet as soon as possible, Nishita.
Right, absolutely. We understand that they will be needing to reach the depth completely in as soon as possible, as already a lot of time has been lost, Harish. But have they encountered the rocky surface now? Because it was expected that post 100 feet they will encounter the rocky surface, and once again they will need to drill it, and the entire process will be delayed once again.
Well, just take a look at the excavation work that is on. Visually, you might feel that a lot of earth has been excavated and greater depth has been achieved. But in real sense, what we understand is when there was a measurement process in the morning, it was around 60 feet is what they had achieved. They haven't really reached 100 feet to encounter rocky terrain. That was one of the main concerns of the NDRF. The NDRF states that if this soil stature or nature of the soil continues to be like this, whatever they have encountered till now, they should be able to finish this process in 4 or 5 days. That is what NDRF and Hatti Gold Mines expert believe. But in case as they go deeper, they encounter a rocky terrain, then it will take that much more time. That's what they are fearing. But nevertheless, the entire excavation work is going on. In the meanwhile, there are now new meetings or new brainstorming that is happening to try and see if they can come up with any other measure to try and get some other modifications to the robot that's already here, and whether it can be lowered further. Remember, the problem is after a particular depth, after 120 feet, it's extremely difficult for the robot to go because the passage of the borewell shaft has narrowed down. That's the reason they could not really use the robot in the current form that it is in. There were a few modifications made as well. And also, if you take a look at the robot, in the real sense, it's almost a very amateurish experiment that the government and the people are doing.
Right, absolutely.
And that's the reason.
Please, go ahead, Harish.
And that's the reason now Manikandan, whose exercise has been successful once, and also it did not work at the same time, it did not work in the case of Akshita, but nevertheless he is being brought in, and they've also made few modifications to the entire robot that's already here, to the robotic arm. They also tried to somehow use a hook and put a rope around the hand or the wrist of this boy and pull him up, but that did not work. And in this entire rescue effort, some amount of soil too deposited on the boy's head, and the head wasn't visible only the hands were visible, and that's the reason now they've decided to use huge vacuum pumps to somehow pull out the entire salt that has deposited. In the meanwhile, we'll also try and catch and speak to the Women and Child Welfare Minister, Nishita.
Right, absolutely. And also, Harish, the family members, what are they saying at this point? With each passing minute, it is precious time lost to save little Timmana. What is their condition now?
Well, the last visual reference was when it happened on Friday, beg your pardon, on Sunday. Apart from that, there has been no body movement as such, Nishita. As we speak, the Women and Child Welfare Minister is about to brief the media.
Right, Harish, we'll let you, in fact, give us more details after some time. Thank you for joining us for now. Well, my colleague Harish, they're taking us through all the latest details as far as the rescue operations are concerned. And he will be, for now, trying to interact with the Women and Child Welfare Minister, who will be divulging more details as to what is the plan of action and how exactly it needs to be carried out. But certainly, it is a difficult task ahead for the rescue officials, as the terrain could get a little more tricky, a little more difficult.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಳಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಳಿಕೆರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಳಗಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥದ್ದು ಸುಳಿಕೆರೆ ಗ್ರಾಮ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಗು, ತನ್ನ ರೈತ ಏನು ತನ್ನ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಲನ್ನು ತೋಡಿದ್ದ, ಆ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗು ಅಚಾನಕ್ ಬಿದ್ದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಒಬ್ಬ ರೈತ ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ದಿವಸ ಅವತ್ತನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೂ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು 15 ದಿವಸದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬೋರನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಂಥದ್ದು. ಆತನಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಆಶೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಶೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಓಪನ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ನೋವಿನ ಸಂಗತಿ. ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಸಂತೋಷದಾಯಕ ಸಂಗತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಡಳಿತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಸಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ನೆರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಡಳಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಆ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಶಯವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿರಂತರ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮಂಡ್ಯದಿಂದ ರೋಬೋಟ್ ಸಹಿತ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಪಡೆಗಳು ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ತ್ವರಿತವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಗು ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಶೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಮೇಡಮ್, ಈಗ ಪದೇ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಕರಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಮತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಲುಕ್ತಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೋರ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಇರ್ತದೆ.